In today's video, we will discuss about the basics of investment in real estate. If you are new to real estate, if you have some money which you want to invest and if you're confused how to do it properly, this is the right video for you. Right? So let's go to my screen and discuss more about how to invest in real estate. Now in this I've made some assumptions. I've made an assumption that a person X, a middle class person who has made a saving of around 30 lakh rupees, 5-6 years of savings, and he's confused about investments. So before we get into investing in real estate, you should have clarity on the purpose of investment. Now, why are you investing in real estate? So if you see here, basically we have three options. The first option is trading. You just want to trade that 30 lakh rupees and make it 40 lakhs or 45 lakhs or grow that capital. And in a very short span of time, maybe in 1 year, 2 years. So that's called as trading. You want to do it immediately, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years time frame. Right? That's one way of investment. So you want to grow your capital in a span of 1 to 2 years. Second is consumption and appreciation. So you want to consume 30 lakh rupees you have. You want to buy a house where you can live in or an apartment where you can live in. And it should also grow in value. Right? So that's for consumption. Basically, you want to consume the real estate. You want to live there. Third option is long-term investment. So long-term investment simply means 10 plus years of time frame you have in your head. This 30 lakhs is an extra cash you have. You are not dependent on this 30 lakh rupees for your survival. So you don't need this immediately. Extra cash which you can discard, keep aside for some time and which can grow in an efficient way in a long-term period. So these are the basic three options generally you have or the purpose of your investment, right? So that clarity should be there in your head first. If you don't have this clarity, you may end up doing a wrong investment. Because I see a lot of people, okay, they have some 15-20 lakh rupees and they buy a small plot with it, and immediately after buying that plot they want to, after 1 year or 1.5 years, they want to sell it off, and they become restless when that plot doesn't get sold. That's a wrong strategy. First of all, don't buy that plot if you want to sell it in 1.5 to 2 years, because it's not a short term investment. Buying in plots is definitely not a short term investment, generally is what I'm talking, right? So if your purpose of investment is not clear, you will end up doing wrong investments, especially in real estate, because real estate liquidation takes time. Real estate doesn't get liquidated in just 1 day or 2 days or in a month. It takes maybe somewhere around 3 to 6 months time. It takes, no matter how hot the property is, minimum 3 months it takes for it to liquidate, right? So you should have patience in liquidation. So you should be very clear when you want that funds, right? So that's the purpose of investment. Now, once you have clarity on the purpose of investment, now comes the vehicles of investment. So what are the vehicles you have to invest? For example, you have an apartment to invest. You can invest in an apartment. You can invest in a plot. You can buy an agricultural land with it. Or maybe you can just be an investor in an apartment or a plot or a villa or maybe a commercial space. You enter and exit. And maybe the fifth option is a commercial space as well. Right? So you have basically all these options to invest in real estate. Now, based on your purpose, assuming the purpose is consumption plus appreciation. Now, this is again, there are two aspects in this. One is consumption alone. Second is consumption plus appreciation. We'll discuss that, okay? For example, for consumption and appreciation purpose, this 30 lakh rupees can be used to make down payment for an apartment. Now, consumption plus appreciation, if this is what your agenda is, it doesn't make any sense in buying expensive apartments. When I say expensive apartments, in highly populated areas like Gachibowli, Kondapur, Miapur, Chandanagar, Kokapet. So if you buy in these areas, it's already highly inflated areas. You will get nothing less than 7,000 rupees per square feet, minimum 6,000 rupees to 7 to 8,000 rupees, 9,000 rupees per square feet. You will get in those areas. And if you invest in those areas, consumption is fine, but appreciation won't be definitely there, because already it's highly inflated and you expect appreciation on the property you have bought, it will be very minimal, because it's already saturated, right? So if you want to buy an apartment for consumption plus appreciation, definitely you should buy an apartment in an upcoming area. When I say upcoming area, developing area. Developing areas are areas close to outer ring roads. For example, you can see Tellapur as an area. You can see Kollur as an area. You can see Mukhila as an area. If you come towards Patancheru, you can see Indresam as an area. Kaddanur, Bhanur as an area. So these are the upcoming areas. Even you can go to Rudraram as an area. Right, so these are upcoming areas where you can expect apartments from 4,500 rupees to 5,500 rupees per square feet. right? And definitely I understand that it won't be convenient right now to commute there or live there. It will be hard. I definitely agree it won't be easy to stay there, but if you are looking for a good financial decision, which you can consume as well, it can grow in value, definitely buy in an upcoming area. That's what I would recommend, right? Kompally is also a good area to invest. Right, so I hope you got my point of view. My point of view is, if you want to invest that 30 lakh rupees with the purpose of consuming it, as well as it appreciates in value, try to buy an apartment in an upcoming area where you can expect growth in the value of the investment as well as you can live there. Mokila is definitely a great place. Kaddanur, Banur is a great place. Indresam is a great place. Uttaram, definitely it's picking up right now. So Patancheru, definitely a great place. You can definitely consider these areas in the west of Hyderabad. Second option what you have is, in the 30 lakh rupees, look for a plot which you can buy with your budget or maybe with a small loan along with it. Again, in an upcoming area where there is a chance of building an independent house. Again, the same areas: Kaddanur, Bhanur, Patiganpur, Indresam, Ainol, some areas of Rudraram. So these are the areas definitely you can expect a plot around 30,000 to 35,000 per square yard. If you hunt, you will definitely get a decent plot in this cost. So, and if you want to go a little far, if you want, your budget is still less, you can go to Maheshwaram as well. In Maheshwaram, you can get something in 18 to 20,000 rupees per square yard. 20,000, you will get a decent plot. And people are living there. A lot of people are living in villa projects in Maheshwaram currently. So if you don't want to go very far till Maheshwaram, at least if you are willing to go close to Indresam or close to Patancheru, definitely 30-35,000 is per square yard rate. So if you see 30,000 per square yard into 150 square yards, it comes to 45 lakhs. Right? So 30,000 into 150 square yards is 45 lakhs. So in 45 lakh rupees, which means 30 lakhs is your capital, 15 lakhs you take loan, you buy that plot, and you can build an independent house in around 45 to 50 lakhs. So in less than 1 crore rupees, less than 1 crore, you have your independent house. Again, that construction you will do on, right? But the good thing is that will appreciate in value. That 35,000 rupees per square yard, eventually after 5 years to 7 years, it will become 70 to 1 lakh rupees per square yard. So the asset is growing in value. You have a land definitely which you can use. You can build first floor, second floor, third floor based on the permissions you get there, right? So it's definitely a great investment. If you are looking to invest for consumption plus appreciation, my option definitely would be buying a plot in an upcoming area and build there, so that you can consume it as well as you can make money out of it in form of rental income. First floor you can give on rent, or ground floor you can stay, right? So that's what I would recommend: apartment in an upcoming area or plot in an upcoming area with a small loan where you can construct and use that. It will appreciate in value as well. So right, that's the first option for consumption. Other option is long-term investment. So if you're clear that you don't need that 30 lakh rupees for next 10 years, minimum 10 years, you don't need that capital at any cost for next 10 years, you have an emergency fund already, then it makes a lot of sense to invest that money in a long-term investment in areas which are close to regional ring road. So plot which I said, they will be from outer ring road. Those plots which I said about consumption will be around 10 kilometers max, 5 to 10 kilometers. Now long-term investments from the outer ring road, they will be around 40 kilometers. Basically it will be close to regional ring road. Okay, long-term investments. So there you can think of buying a plot. Don't buy expensive plots if long-term investment is your strategy. So try to buy plots between 7 to 10,000 rupees per square yard, or maximum 12,000 rupees per square yard if your intention is to invest and let it go for 10 years. But make sure that wherever you are investing, make sure that it has natural appreciation. Currently regional ring road is coming up. So because of that, the west of Hyderabad, the south of Hyderabad, okay, to certain portion, the north of Hyderabad has nice hype, right? And definitely it will grow, because when the connectivity increases, all these areas will definitely grow. The 10,000 will definitely become 30,000 rupees or 35,000 rupees over a period of 7 to 10 years time span. Right? So if you are if your investment is for long term, my strategy is, instead of buying a small piece of plot, buy a bigger piece of plot. If you're buying a 150 square yards here in the same budget, try to buy 300 square yards, going little far. I hope it makes sense, right? So 7 to 10,000 rupees per square yard, go little far, close to original ring road, and buy a bigger piece of plot in a DDCP layout, because you won't get an HMD for sure. Okay, that is for long term strategy. But one more thing, what I would recommend is, if your investment is long term and you're clear that you're not going to touch it for 10 years, it makes again a lot of sense. In that 30 lakh rupees, you can even think of buying an agricultural land. But this agriculture land, definitely you won't get in that 45 kilometers bracket, 40-50 kilometers bracket. You have to go far, around 100 kilometers. Right? For example, if you are going to Mumbai highway, you have to cross Zahirabad, go to Bidar. You will get it, or close to Zahirabad also, Nyalkal Mandal, you will get some lands in 30 lakh rupees. You will get an acre, or you may get at least a half acre for sure. Right? If you go to Bidar, you will get around 2 acres there, or 1.5 acres there. So if your investment is of long term, definitely you can think of acquiring bigger piece of land. Get that strategy in your head. Longer the investment time, bigger should be the piece of the land. That is the best way to invest. So what I would recommend is, if long term is your investment, 10 plus years, either buy a big piece of land, agriculture land, go little far, do your due diligence, find right people, okay, and buy a nice piece of land, agriculture land, check the legal of it, fence it and protect it. That's the best thing to do. If you are not able to do it, if you are finding it tough to do it, then the other option you have is buying a plot little far, 40-45 kilometers, 8 to 10,000 rupees per square yard, and hold it for minimum 10 years. You will see nice appreciation, right? That's about long-term investment. Now coming to the other option is trading. So if you are clear that you need that money in 6 months or 1 year or maximum 1.5 to 2 years time span, then buying a plot, buying an agriculture land or buying an apartment doesn't make any sense. So what you can do is that 30 lakh rupees, you can give it as a capital to someone who is building an apartment or a plot or maybe a villa project. You can be an investor there. But make sure that when you're giving that money as an investment, make sure that you have some safety for the investment. If you're giving 30 lakh rupees, have 30 lakh rupees worth land on your name. It can be a plot, it can be a piece of agriculture land. So make sure that you are safe in terms of having real estate on your name. Other option is becoming a trader. So you are clear that you need these funds after 1.5 to 2 years time span. You don't have much time to invest in a plot or an apartment or maybe an agriculture land. You are clear that you want to liquidate after 1.5 to 2 years. Then what you can do is, there are a lot of people whom you will get in touch with in real estate. It can be apartment, it can be plots, it can be villas, even commercial spaces, who are looking for investors in the initial stage of the project. They're acquiring the land and they need investors for it. So you can give the 30 lakhs as an investment, but make sure that you have some security of it, security of land on it, right? So when that project, assuming a plotting venture, you are becoming an investor, you're giving 30 lakh rupees as an investment, you have around certain square yards on your name. Once that agriculture land becomes a venture, okay, you get plots and definitely have a clause that they will sell that plot and give money to you. Because they will sell plot at MRP, market price, and you're buying it less than the market price, definitely you will have nice appreciation there, and in a less time span, maybe 1.5 to 2 years max, right? So if you're clear that you want money quickly in a less span of time, it can be apartment, it can be plots, it can be villas. It all depends on how much amount you have. 30 lakh rupees is not so big amount, but still you can find people who will give you an option of being an investor. But again, there's a small risk there. Make sure that you have property as a safety on your name when you are going with this kind of deal. So right, I hope this video makes sense. So these are something which definitely should go in your head before making any real estate investment. So what I understand is the most important aspect here is this. You should know the purpose of investment. So once the purpose is clear, then you can find the vehicles of investment. And you should always be clear with when you want the liquidation. I hope this video helps you. I've given you enough information. For any questions, doubt, queries, you can reach out to me in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer. I'll see you in a new video. Till then, take care.